All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So, just getting home now, and I happen to catch a little clip of ESPN Diana Rossini specifically giving fans some insight, some more details on what the New York Jets told Derek Carr over his meeting, right over the past weekend here. As we all know, it was a 2-day meeting. According to Jeff Darlington, another ESPN insider, meeting went really well, and what Rossini said, I honestly had to double take and rewatch the clip. I'm like, no way, like this is crazy. But apparently, according to Rossini here, the Jets told Derek Carr, not only do we just believe in you as a quarterback, we believe that you can get us not just to the playoffs, but you can lead this team to the Super Bowl. But if you win here, you can be a first ballot Hall of Famer. That kind of matches up with what Jeff Darlington had to say the other day, yesterday, I believe, right? He said things not as detailed and specific, but he said things that were right in the same, in the same ballpark. We listened to what David Carr, Derek's older brother, had to say on the NFL Network, kind of in the same boat, right? It seems like the New York Jets really want Derek, and it gets me fired up. I'm a big fan of Derek Carr. Obviously, I felt like I've made tons of videos on Carr, his possible New York Jets connection here. I mean, really, just the thought of him in green and white gets me fired up. I think it would just be an awesome, awesome match. We can take a look at Carr's resume. We could look at how many different areas of the New York Jets, how many areas are figured out. The offensive rookie of the year and Garrett Wilson, got a stacked running back room, a good enough tight end room, young playmakers on offense. We got a top defense, an elite defense. I mean, as Jets fans here, we all know that the Jets are an attractive place. It's not a perfect place, right? There are a couple question marks here, like Todd Downing, Nathaniel Hackett. What are we really going to get from those guys? That's just a wait and see. But I mean, man, outside of that, I think the Jets have a lot, and of course, question marks on the O-line. But outside of those two things, I feel like the Jets are a realistic landing spot for Carr here. And one thing I do want to mention, early on in the process, there were tons of reports, stuff coming out left and right, that the Jets didn't really hold Derek Carr in that high of a regard, right? They preferred other options, maybe a Jimmy Garoppolo, maybe a Ryan Tannehill, Aaron Rodgers, and the Jets weren't really going to pursue Carr. I mean, to tell a guy, well, number one, to fly a guy in to have a weekend-long visit with Saleh, Downing, pretty much the big dogs of the offensive staff, to have a guy like that come in for a weekend, check out the facility, and again, assuming what is being said here is correct, it's not being fluffed up or hyped up for the sake of storylines and whatnot, assuming all this stuff is true, I mean, this does not sound like a team that is just trying to just see what's interested, or like, yeah, we're kind of interested in Derek, and like leave it at that, or somebody, or a situation where the team is going to lowball him. It sounds like the Jets are really, really interested here, and it's going to be an exciting time. There's, of course, David Carr did make the point the other day, yesterday, that it could be a long process. Derek wants to do his due diligence. It's not an easy decision. He wants to find the right place. So I don't think we're going to be getting an answer anytime soon. I'm going to say at least a week from now, at the earliest. I don't see Derek making a decision by Friday. I just don't see it. I'm thinking at the earliest possible time, early next week. Now, of course, we have the whole Aaron Rodgers timeline to factor in as well, but felt like I should just do a quick little video on that, because it's not, you don't hear that every day, right? Teams don't tell free agents, hey, not only do we think you are a Super Bowl caliber player, but you also have the potential to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Again, assuming what Rossini is saying is true here. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, go Jets.